Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happenings Today YouTube channel. Some days back, there was an audio leak and document made available by MNK, where it was written that the person of Right Honorable Emeka Ihiedioha wrote to the Minister of Justice, insisted that Nnamdi Kanu must not be released. A worst case scenario that if he's released, he will bring chaos and in Southeast and IPOB and the UGM, all sorts was written there. Of course, MNK had called the attention of Emeka Ihiedioha to react to that if he was not the one that wrote those damning words. To make matters worse, there was also an audio leak where they actually accused him of causing mayhem. Although we listened to the audio leak, there was nothing really close to that. Some persons said that was actually not his voice, others said it is, but then he didn't say anything sinister. For better understanding of that particular video, check out our playlist. You see all the evidences there. But right now, Emeka Ihiedioha has finally decided to respond to all the allegations, all the audio leak, all the documentations made available on social media and all the media houses concerning him and what he wrote about Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, and security of Southeast, Imo State in particular. But before we go into the news proper, kindly subscribe to our channel by clicking on the right subscribe button. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead. Click on it to get notified as soon as you update our channel on YouTube. What Chief Emeka Ihiedioha, Imo State Imo governor removed by the Supreme Court, has accused Governor Hope Uzodinma of character defamation, warning he would no longer allow that to happen. In a release by his media advisor, Chibuike Onyeku, titled "When Silence is Not Golden," which was made available, Ihiedioha accused Uzodinma of being responsible of a letter in circulation purported to have been written by him, that's Ihiedioha, to the Attorney General of the Federation and the Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, advising him not to honor the appeal court judgment that discharged and acquitted Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, so as not to imperil the 2023 elections. Ihiedioha said since his ouster by the country's apex court, he had decided to keep quiet for obvious reasons, but added he has decided not to keep quiet or keep silent again in the face of this criminal defamation of my character. Ihiedioha went further to say, and I quote him, "It is laughable and preposterous, knowing my background and predicament, that I will be writing to the Honorable Attorney General of the Federation, asking him to continue to illegally hold on to Nnamdi Kanu even after a court of competent jurisdiction had discharged him. What benefit will such a letter confer on me in a matter of such public concern, such sensitivity and volatility? How does that make sense?" he queried. If anyone should be afraid of a free Nnamdi Kanu, it actually should be the fact that he and his fellow characters will concoct such a letter shows the level they are prepared to go in order to hang on to the power they acquire through dubious means. While Nigerians are aware that those who can forge polling results for manufactured votes can forge anything, I have decided not to keep silent again in the face of this criminal defamation of my character, because as we inch closer to 2023 elections, the evil machinations will intensify. Ihiedioha, while warning he can no longer allow criminality to reign supreme, urged security agencies to investigate those behind the forgery and bring them to justice. Wow, this is I wish it was a bit more earlier than this, but then better late than never. I suspected that there may be something not right about that letter, because if you check properly, if you check our feed, you see the originating part of the story. I tried as much as I can to actually give a summary at the beginning, but for better understanding, just go check our playlist. You see the originating part of this whole story. But something tells me that in this era of media power, social media and all that, and with technological hype, it's very possible that anyone can actually forge a letter headed of Emeka Ihiedioha. All it takes is not for you to have probably one-on-one encounter with him, see how his legs headed looks like, and forge one. That's one. Two, if he has ever had any legal interaction with you, formal interaction, transaction with you that involves him signing, like he said at some point to Emeka Ihiedioha said at some point to that his signature was actually scanned and forged. So if it was scanned, after writing, they can actually superimpose the scan on this document. It's really sad, but unfortunately, this is what we have become. I don't see Emeka doing it. Some persons have been accusing me of being too partial over his analysis. The question, yes, at some point, Emeka goofed at some point where he told Ndibos to vote for Atiku and all that. Is that not the same Atiku that is playing ethnicity card? By the time people continue like this, he comes to Southeast, he promises you presidency, come 4 years after he leaves, only one term. He goes to Wike in camera, he promises him that don't worry, let's just sign signature and agree that tomorrow, as I'm handing over to you. He goes to the north and tells them, don't bother. I'm a northerner, don't vote Igbo man, don't vote Yoruba man, vote a northerner, your brother. That's the kind of person, the same person that Wike is screaming and shouting for, that he has a problem of integrity, he doesn't always keep to his word. And that's the same person Ihiedioha is actually putting his credibility, putting his love that Imolite have given to him over the fact that he was hoisted out by Supreme Court at the prime of his political career. That's the person the Imolite have grown to love, and is trying to put all that love on the line for Atiku. When he made that mention that he wants anybody should go ahead and vote. Anybody who doesn't vote for Atiku is a saboteur, especially from PDP. Now that probably, if you ask me, may have caused some persons to begin to doubt the fact that Emeka Ihiedioha can actually write this, or it's possible that he could write this. But honestly, let's look at this without biasness. Let's look at it objectively. What will Emeka Ihiedioha have to gain or lose if he make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is out? He has nothing to gain or lose. He's not a minister. He's not a governor. He's not a chief security officer. He has nothing. In fact, the fact that the Imo State looks or sounds or feels ungovernable is to his plus. It's to Emeka Ihiedioha's plus, because in his time, there was no such thing as insecurity this bad in Imo State. So, if for any reason Mazi Nnamdi comes out and is even a plus, people will be like, when Emeka was around, said it was not this bad. Okay, so I don't see him doing that. Honestly, I don't. And what would he rightly say? What would he write to Attorney General? The same Supreme Court that hoisted him out. To what gain? He is PDP, they are APC. They hoist him out. That you think that is one embarrassment no politician want to see, especially when you know you are at your wit's end. So if you ask me personally, I think there's a freedom. I knew there was something not right. But then he has given the second shot to Hope Uzodinma. Let's see what Hope Uzodinma will reply, because definitely there will be a response. That's going to wrap it up. Let's put in that comment section what's the take. Have a